What's up, Summoners? King Blair here. Today we're coming at you with a little bit different video. It's a new game. Y'all, I'm not quitting Epic 7. Epic 7's still life. But with the times being how they are, and I'm just spending a lot more time at home, I got into a lot of different games. And one of the games I want to talk to you today is going to be one of the newer games. It's out for like 2-3 weeks, so it's very early on, and it's Seven Deadly Sins, Grand Cross. And I've just been having so much fun with this game. And it's a really good supplement to Epic 7 because when you're auto farming here, you can play Epic 7 on another device. Or when you're auto farming in Epic 7, you can come here and play this game because this game also has a lot of content that you actually need to play yourself versus just autoing. So it's a really good balance, and that's why I really enjoyed this game. I play other games too, but this one in particular, really enjoying. Also, if you watch the anime, it's really good. But as far as the things that we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about why you should play this game, why I like this game so much, and what makes this game so great, and why I think it's going to be around for a long time. And it's something you should really pick up, and it's really fun, especially if you need something to drain time. So first off, to talk about why I like the game, first you have to look at all the stuff there is to do. Then I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the battle system and the part that everyone loves, the summoning system, and then give some final thoughts. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So as far as things to do, PvE wise, this is probably one of the heavier PvE games I've played. The only other PvE heavy game I've played would be like Arknights, where it's all PvE. But most of the things you're doing in this game are PvE, which can be a big turnoff for some people, but I personally really enjoy because it doesn't require you to have all these things built. Like you can use all units you want. You don't have to use the meta units. The late game is very PvP centric, and it's real time arena. So there's no regular arena like there is in Epic 7. So if we go to the battle, we can see a lot of stuff here. So event, this is like, it's really confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, it makes a lot of sense. Like even though it says equipment, that's just basically like world story quest. Special dungeons are kind of similar to events. The events you kind of just farm, like there's a limit to them, so you only do it like 5 times a day. And once you finish them, you don't need to go back. And then there's some things that like, oh, they help you out and you get some crystals. This is like the gold that you can do 5 times a day. So those are the small events that they have. Nothing really story driven. The storyline is not that great. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Just watch the anime. If you want the storyline, just watch the anime. They kind of do like a decent job to do it, but like if you see the world, super expansive. I'm not gonna say it's unique, but not a lot of games let you go to like different cities, like, and you can see the character, which is what's pretty interesting. Not gonna lie, like being able to actually, like, let's say we go to this town for adventure mode, we can go in and actually walk around, and that's what you're gonna be doing most of the time is going to villages, buying materials, grinding dungeons, building up units, collecting units and heroes. So this is like the core mechanic of the game. So if you see here, you see that's Meliodas. If y'all know from the anime, he's the main character. And you kind of just chill, you can walk around the village, do different quests, which you will have to do to progress in the game. And it's pretty fun. It takes up a lot of time. Um, and that's primarily what you're going to be spending most of your time on is going to be in the story stages and in the fortress, which is basically where you get your awakening materials for your heroes. As far as the heroes, there's so many options that you have. So you have all these different, like, there's not that many right now, but there, if you really like they all have pretty cool like look to them, and there's so much up, like you can make them look so different, like different versions of it. So if I go to the closet, I can change it up, like let's say I can use this weapon, like make it look a little bit different. You can buy a lot of these with gems. Some of the stores just sell them for gold that you can grind. You get it as PvP rewards, and you can just make your favorite units look super pimp. They have the equipment system, which is pretty grindy. Not gonna lie, it's one of the more in-depth equipment systems, because there's a lot of RNG attached to it. But overall, I've noticed that equipment, while it is important, it's like those tiny bit of stats. At the end of the day, it's more about team building and luck because we'll see the battle system in a second. But overall, that's core mechanics is hero collectible, adventure, grinding, just your typical hero collector with a little bit fresh look, with the being able to go inside the villages, being able to do different things, and the biggest one is having auto repeat. So as far as gameplay, let me just do one of the quicker dungeons. So I'm just gonna go to like the special fortress. So this is where you would get most of your grinding materials, and a lot of this is where you're gonna spend most of the time. And let's just see some of the functions that are really really good quality of life that I'm like, y'all, this is crazy. Like I wish all games had this when they were released. But biggest one, auto repeat already in the game. You can pick how many times. If you want to do it a certain amount of times, you can say no restrictions. Where like you can just do it. You can just do it overnight. You can do like 100 million runs if you want to. As long as you have stamina, you just put, oh yeah, stamina recovery potions. Yeah, let's run with that. You know, let's just use it that way. And then it fully fills your stamina. So the higher level you are, the more stamina you get, and it's super easy to get these pots. Like I've never had energy problems. If anything, I have too much energy, which is like I feel like most people do not have energy problems. It's not a thing in this game because you can just get energy potions so easily, and like all the quests they just throw energy at you all the time. I've been playing for like 3 weeks, and I play like almost all day, and I don't run into energy problems. Um, but let's just take a look a little bit at the the gameplay. So I've been using this team, so you see the different units you can have build, the different awakening, and then some of the gameplay, the core gameplay. So now we're core gameplay. We saw core game mechanics. Now let's look at core gameplay and what you can expect from it. So taking a little bit to load. Warning for people that don't have the best systems, it eats up battery like crazy. Like I have to play while I'm charging, or my phone is gonna it's gonna crash. They do have certain things that help with that. Like they'll do like a mode that lets you, like when you're grinding over and over again, it'll turn off the screen so it doesn't burn as much. So but still very intensive if you're actually playing it the whole time. So what you see there at the bottom is the cards. So you start with 2 cards per character. You got it there. You basically, it's randomized, which is like kind of weird. Some people hate that. I personally like it, but a lot of it, it's like you can combine cards and make them stronger, but that takes up one of your turns. So you have 3 moves you can use per turn. Moving a card, so like let's say I want to move this card over here, takes up a turn, and they combine and give you better effects if you combine them. So for now, let's say these 2 combine, it gives me an ultimate gauge, and then we use the other 2 skills. And the battle animation, guys, it's beautiful. Like my phone might be lagging right now, but if y'all actually could, like when y'all see this, it's so clean. Like for a game, and the ultimates, we'll see the ultimates at the end, but every time you use a move, you get an ultimate meter, depending on the level of the move you used. Every time you combine a move, you get an ultimate meter. So you all saw that move combine, and she got an ultimate meter gauge. So that's kind of like what it does. So for this one, I want to start combining these because there's only 2 enemies left, and these are weaker enemies. And then let me just go with the usual 2 skills. I could have combined those for more damage, but sometimes you just want to use it twice because it does 2 attacks and you don't waste your turn moving a card. So that's why I did that. But y'all, do y'all not see this? How like it's such a new type of fighting format that is just very fresh. Like a lot of other games are point and click. You just click on a skill and it does it, and then that's it. Like, oh, you know when you have your ultimate. But this game, it's like a lot of more management, and every fight is different because you don't know which of your units is gonna get which card. You don't know what your opponent is going to do for PvP. It's just really, really fun. Really, really good time. So let's just keep it moving. So for the ultimates, let me turn it on. I think I turned them off, but that might have been in the other device I played this game in. Okay, so we still have the ultimates on. So let me just show you the ultimate. You can turn them off too for faster grinding, which Epic 7 still hasn't done that. So y'all know they got a little bit on Epic 7 in a lot of the quality of life changes. So our ultimate will probably wipe out the board, but once you get the gauges, you'll get an ultimate card. And you can just go in with the ultimate card. And y'all, the animation for the ultimate, again, top tier animations. It looks like you're looking at an anime. Like, look at that. That's wild. That's crazy, y'all. Like, good battle art is honestly one of my favorite like parts of the game. Like, the gameplay. Even though the storyline is lacking, like Epic 7 has better storyline, and overall it's more story driven. This one, the battle animation is just so unique. So that's as far as like the basic fight. So you typically would put this at auto repeat, and then this is like experience potion. So you just would repeat over and over again. You get a bunch of experience potions. They give you pity experience potions, so like if you really want it, if you do it enough, you get guaranteed item. So that's something that's really, really nice because it makes it so you don't feel like you're grinding for nothing. So like if y'all put like with Wyvern, like you'll get terrible equipment, but for here you're guaranteed a decent equipment after like 8 runs. You're gonna get a decent equipment. You're gonna get the highest level tier equipment. So they do have a pity system, and it having the auto repeat just makes it so much easier. Such good quality of life for gameplay. And then last but not least, the most important part of any gacha game, which is my favorite type of gameplay, is the summoning system. So this game, kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like the summoning animations, I still don't know when to have a SSR, which is the highest tier unit, versus a different type of unit, because it's like, I don't know. It's just, y'all will see, it's like, I don't know if this is good or not, you know? There's certain cues you'll start picking up on that you're like, okay, that's actually what it means. But that usually tells you what unit you're gonna get. But there's very few times where you know for sure that you're not getting anything or that you're getting anything. And then sometimes they just throw a wrench in there. So I'll show you guys I'll do two summons for this. We'll see what we get. But also as far as the summoning system, it's very advanced and very generous with the players. And that's something that honestly, it makes life so much easier. And for free-to-play players, this game is very free-to-play friendly because you just get so many gems. And when you summon, even if you don't get the good summons, the dupe units become coins, and you can buy SSR units that are regularly going to be updated. Like this one, it's a weekly, like it's a new one. So if you get a lot of dupe SSRs, which you get guaranteed as well, after 5 rolls, you get a guaranteed SSR. If you don't like the dupe that you got, you can just buy the unit you want. You just have to wait and they'll come. So, and then even for like the lower tiers, you can get the lower tier units, like other SSR units that are not as rare. They're still important. And then for silver, you can get, see the mana pots? Every time you summon a dupe rare unit, which you'll summon a ton of, you get a stamina recharge. That's insane, y'all. That's crazy. That's like, I still can't believe how generous they are with the summoning system. Like, I don't understand how they're making money when you don't have to spend money in this game to do amazing and pull the units that you want. So I think it's awesome. Like a very good, well-made summoning system that just adds so much to the game, and it makes it so much more fun to actually pull. And you have the option to actually grind out for the pull if you really want that unit. And with the guaranteed summon at the end, it just makes it really nice. Like per day, you're probably getting 15 gems. So that means every two days, realistically, you can get X10 summon. And then at the end of the week, if you're PvP centric, you can get like 3 or 4 every week, like X10. So this one, see, that you'll see what I mean. It looks good, right? You're like, man, is this gonna be a 3-star? But then you see he got his butt whooped. So you're like, man, I don't know if it's gonna be a 5-star anymore because he got wrecked. And then that's what I mean by the animation. It's like, I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. You know, like, am I gonna get an SSR? And then like, I still don't know the colors. I think gold means that it's decent. But yeah, so I know this one probably won't be because he got beat, right? So the summoning animation, he got beat, most likely won't get an SSR. Still get some coins though, some guaranteed chances later on. We still got a pretty good amount of SR units, which is good. Because that means other SSR units and filling out ultimate gauges. That's a whole other thing in itself. But just for base, and then you can just skip. So yeah, nothing crazy, no SSR. But if you'll see the draw bonus, that means that once I do this 6 times, I'm guaranteed an SSR unit. And that's just really, really nice to have. It just makes it so you don't feel frustrated that you're never getting SSRs because you're guaranteed SSRs. And every week, they give you one for free. Like, you get a free SSR if you log in 7 days. Like, it rains SSRs in this game. And then let's see, like, y'all will see how the animation kind of changes on this one. It'll be a little bit different. So see, like, sometimes the eyes shine. Like this time, like, look, he doesn't have the mark. So I'm like, okay, he doesn't have the mark. That probably means it's bad. Look, he got his ass whooped. Nah, this is gonna be trash. I can just skip it. Yeah, trash. See? And you just, it takes some time because you're like, I'm not really know what I'm looking out for. But it's interesting. It's a cool animation and it makes you excited. Like every time you're like, is he gonna get beat? Is he gonna get the mark? So it's fun. But yeah, that's the summoning system. And you saw those coins. That's what you would use in that coin shop and be able to get SSR units yourself. But that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed. Overall, for this game, I really, really recommend you try it. If you're frustrated by games that don't reward you for playing a lot. Like you feel like you don't have any of the good units, and you want something more that's more generous, still has really amazing gameplay and really unique. I highly recommend you play this game. If your phone doesn't run really high battery things, and you really don't like PvP, at the end of the day, the end game is PvP, and you need to do it if you want to be really good in PvE and like the boss fights. So I highly rate like if you really hate real time arena, this game is generous, but it's tough on that aspect. Like you kind of have to do PvP arena and kind of have to do the online. But overall, really fun game. I'm having so much fun with it. Y'all will probably see more videos on this because I'm really just having that much fun with the game. And yeah, we'll go from there. But that is all I got for you guys today. I will see you all next time. Peace.